lovely welcome. I wrote it myself. My name is Mervyn Sinaga, and I am the founder of Real Men Forum. It's a new forum discussion group where we get together live and in person. We don't do this over the internet. We get together and we talk. And when I say we, I mean a variety of individuals, men as well as women. We talk about things that matter to men. Now, women are there as well, and of course the reason the women are there is because women matter to men. And women's opinions matter to men, and not only that, sometimes I just want to sit back and let the women correct what the guys are saying wrong, right? and it's something that started really as a social experiment, and it's really ramping up into, I would say, first gear. Like the introduction said, I have a dream, and I think the dream for the forum is to somehow make an impact a little bit, because where and when do men ever sit down and talk about the stuff that really matter? All right, I'm not talking about the stock quotations and investments and stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that means something in terms of being a real man. And I'm not the one qualified to talk about it. However, I'm up here because the forum has spoken. Now, the forum doesn't have all the answers, all right? The forum simply adds, I think, another drop in the ocean of knowledge that we have about stuff like this. Hopefully, an important drop. That's all we hope for. Tonight is the third. I'm presenting my findings from the third forum discussion. The first one was what women want, and the second one was what men want, and I presented that at my home club, Penang Toastmasters, and that shocked a few people. They came up to me. A few people came up to me after that and just completely disagreed with what I presented. That's fine, and it's not just fine. It's actually good. It's good because if we all are in agreement, right? It probably means we are all buying into the social conditioning. That's what it probably means. When we have disagreement, it means maybe there's a spark of truth somewhere. We just have to keep on looking for it. Okay? Tonight we're going to talk about what we discussed regarding the alpha male. It was a tough discussion. Really much tougher than I thought it would be. I thought it would be great fun. I thought it'd be, we all beat our chests and go home happy. We started beating our chests, and we realized that we were beating a path that was sold to us. And it was a path of misunderstanding. We realized that we didn't really get what the alpha male was. So tonight I'm going to share with you what we didn't get, what we got wrong. And I'll share with you how that compares to what is right about the alpha male, and then that'll be our findings for tonight. Okay. So the question is, what is an alpha male? So when I asked this question, right away the men started. All right, and it was something like 40 minutes before the women could get a word in. The men went for it, and definitions and dimensions of the alpha male kept flying my way. I'm going to share some of that with you tonight. I'm going to share with you the truth about the alpha male. At least we attempted to discover the truth about the alpha male. But you know what really happened? Is it not strong? I don't know what your hand's going to do. But I can stand close to you if that helps. It helps. Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is that you did, it worked. We'll look at two dimensions, right? The truth as well as the myth. This is the interesting part, the myth. Because when we started the discussion, we got what we kind of agreed on was the truth. I mean, not agreed on that was the truth, but this is what we were told was the truth by other men in the group, right? We were told this, and this. I'll demonstrate. I'll show you what I mean. But I'm going to share with you tonight 3 discoveries. All right? We got loads, but we'll keep it to 3. The first one is the confusion that I mentioned, that we misunderstood what it meant to really be alpha. We thought alpha was this, alpha was this, alpha was this. Of course, alpha is this. But we misunderstood what it meant to be alpha. I'll share with you the false alpha characteristics and, of course, the actual alpha characteristic. Okay, let's get started. Here we go. Is it still appearing up there?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Because I can't see. Here we go. The false characteristics. Here's one. The alpha male does this. Looks down on others. In other words, he's superior. Yes. And we all nod our heads saying, well, yeah, the alpha male does that. You just hold your judgment for a moment now. Looks down on others. Does what he likes. Oh, yes. 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 But it is still part of the myth, and I'll tell you how. Okay? Does what he likes. Says what he likes, does what he likes, and essentially dominates. Is domineering. Now, one of the concepts that we have found useful in our discussions is the whole idea of duality. Duality means that for every true thing, there is a false representation somewhere. All right? There's always the two sides to the coin. All right? The Christ and the Antichrist. So for every good thing about the alpha male, there is a false representation of it somewhere in a man somewhere. And this is where we had the confusion. Because things like, being superior to others, things like does and says what he likes, well, I can see how alphas would do these things. But when written like this, they sound awful. And you may have experienced, maybe in your life, maybe in your family, or maybe just from someone that you know, the awfulness of the alpha male, right? We also agreed that, the alpha male usually is the one that speaks the loudest in the room, right? This is not necessarily so. It may have been 10,000 years ago. Luckily, one of our members hails from that age. So he was able to comment on the caveman way, right? But we have 10,000 or more thousands of years of evolution that we have to account for as well. So why is our thinking so far back, right? So the loudest, the most belligerent. This is the aggressive, right? Aggressive, the most aggressive of the lot. And that the alpha male will fight other alpha males. When another alpha male enters the room, two cannot exist, they will fight. Now, you watch National Geographic, this is true. But you're watching unevolved primates, or less than primates. You're not watching human beings. We have ways of communicating and interacting that far exceed stuff you'll see on National Geographic. And we have to take that into account. Because if we see ourselves simply as those codes of behavior that we see on the National Geographic, then you are thinking like a primate. But I think as modern men, we need to think, we need to completely drop the idea that we need to think like primates, or even behave like primates. So let's see what some of the, here's another one. Another false assumption about the alpha male is that he has whatever women he wants. Not only that, whenever he wants. Thank you. And that he's a tough guy, right? A bit like a thug, a flashy guy. He's got a car, he's got a condo, he's got the credit cards, he's got all that stuff. We all attribute that to that guy being the alpha male. And this is the false alpha, as we'll see in a moment. Also that he treats women badly. Women are second-class citizens as far as the alpha male is concerned. This is what the men said an alpha male was. This is the men talking, not the women saying, hey, you men, you think we're second class? No, the men said, alpha male, we think that women are second class law. If we walk up, they have to clear our plates law, all this kind of stuff, okay? This turns out is the myth of the alpha male. It is what we are led to believe is the alpha male, and so some men, guess what? They believe it. They believe it. What this describes is not the real alpha. This describes the asshole, right? The bully, the tyrant. That's what it describes. It doesn't describe the real modern alpha male. So let's look at what a real modern alpha male is. The real modern alpha male is a man with a purpose. He has a dream. And not only that, he believes in the dream. He doesn't just have a dream, he believes in it. When you believe in something, means you are religious about it. You are devoted to it. You might even die for it. All right? It's your dream. It is not someone else's dream. He has his dream, whatever that happens to be. That's one characteristic of an alpha male. Okay? Notice how this is slightly different than the characteristics of the false alpha. The false alphas, as we could see, were all external behavior. Right? Now we're talking about an internal makeup. This is internal. Purposeful and believer describes nothing about how he behaves, right? He doesn't have to have the car. He can still be purposeful and a believer in what he does, absolutely. He creates things for the world. It is his dream to leave something behind, an artifact, something, a system of something behind, so that the world is hopefully a better place. You follow me? Yeah. Okay. This is the real alpha male. He is composed under pressure. All right. The cockroach runs into the room. He is not the one to start dancing. He doesn't press the panic button. Okay. Because he's composed, and he can handle it. He may not know how to, but that doesn't mean he doesn't feel like he can. All right. The alpha male is driven. All right. So girlfriend must drive him around. No, he goes for it, and it is not a going for it to show other people that he's going for it. The drive is where, outside or inside, and finally he does give off this masculine vibe. You can feel it. Absolutely, you can feel it. The real alpha is this rare creature. You find one, you catch one. You catch and tame. These men believe in themselves. They believe in themselves so much that it's probably completely possible that they do not adopt values externally. Social values, religious values, parental values. Doesn't mean they rebel against them all. It means they choose the ones that work for them. Because it's their life. Who's in control? A higher authority or themselves? They believe themselves, right? I mean, you can have judgments about that, but that's what's going on inside these guys. They believe in themselves, and they have two things, right? They have the strength as well as the focus to set about their task. They have the strength as well as the focus. A lot of people might believe in themselves or don't have the confidence, right? But if you are alpha, you will have a strength, an inner strength, and an inner focus that is way beyond confidence. Way beyond confidence. Why? Because everyone will tell you you're shit, right? For doing that. They will. Everyone will maybe, hopefully not your best friends, but it's possible, right? It's possible that everyone will fall away and then you are left alone to do it. So they have the strength, the focus to get what they want. First of all, they know what they want because they have that purpose, and they have the strength and focus to get it. I'll add another dimension to that, regardless of the challenges. Regardless. Some people say just do it. Now you know what it means not to an alpha male. Really, just do it means really do it. No excuses, no blame, no excuses, no stories. Just do it. That's how it works, apparently. So here's another conclusion: that the external is, for the alpha male, self-amusement. This may come as a surprise. The alpha male self-amuses. If he do something, the external that he does is amusement. Now it might lead him to his purpose, but along the way he is completely amused. You say something to him, so he's amused. He can laugh at himself. It's no problem. No problem whatsoever. You throw water at him, no problem. He can get wet on, no problem. It's okay. It's all amusement. It's all funny. It's all good. It's all, the word is entertainment for him. It's all entertainment for him. Life is good, really, because it's all entertainment for him. News is entertainment. You know, TV is what you won't turn on because it's just all entertainment. He talks to his friends. He has conversations. The content is almost immaterial. He inspires them, but he doesn't have to say, you know, he doesn't have to try, no? It's all entertainment for him. And as usual, just by talking about these things, we find for the men there is healing. You know, for men, ladies, men need to heal. There are many wounded men out there. Yes. They're trying to hold it together, right? But the wounds are there, and the healing needs to happen. And often it hasn't happened. What I'm finding is that within the forum, you know, we don't necessarily all hug each other at the end, right? That's not the kind of feeling I mean. But just by speaking it out, just by clarifying, just by having other male energy in the room, it's fantastic. It's wonderful. I mean, I've benefited from it, which is why. Okay, so the next up for the forum. It's scheduled for this Sunday evening. If anyone wants to be part of the discussion, please see me, all right, after this. You can be part of the discussion. It costs you nothing except that I think when we go to the cafe, you're going to buy a drink or something, right? Okay. And it's 2 hours on this Sunday evening. We're going to talk about why most men fail with women. We need women there, all right? Now, the men are going to come, but we need women there. Why? So, women, you can make sure we're telling the truth. We do have a page if you're interested in the kind of stuff that's going on. It's not a business, it is just a social experiment, and it's great fun. If you want to be part of it, please let me know. It's called Real Men Forum, and there it is. That's my last slide. Thank you.